Okay, before we watch videos, let us just go through, okay, what we are going to cover today. Now, last lesson, we talked about the reproduction in plants, and then we talk about, the parts of a flower. We look at the male and female parts. Do you still recall? Yes, you still recall? Okay, then I also went through the process of pollination as well as fertilization. And what did I say? After fertilization, which part of the flower will grow into a fruit? I saw Teja's mouth. You see, when you turn on the camera, I can see your answer also. Yunshen also trying to say something. Yeah. Okay, so it's the ovary. Then, which part of the flower will become the seeds? Forgot. Which part of the flower? Wow, Akil already typed in ovules. Very good. Akil, you already watched the video, is it? You have done this topic in school.
Yeah.
You've done this topic in school. Good. Okay. Now, hopefully, you have done it because I plan to have Kahoot session later. Okay, we have to finish very quickly. I want you to have complete focus when I am going through the questions. Yeah, then we can play Kahoots. Okay, and playing is not just any kind of playing, it's all your scientific concepts. Good. Now, so let's look at our slides here. Okay. Can you see this? If you can, give me a thumbs up. You nod your head also, it helps. Okay, I can also see. Right, good. Okay, so we are going into dispersal of seeds and germination. So last week we learned, okay, fruits can be formed from flowers. Flowering plants actually reproduce by having fruits, right? So they have flowers which, become pollinated, and then fertilization takes place also, right? So after fertilization, what happens is the ovary swell up into a very fat fruit. And then inside, you have the seeds, correct? And you already learned, okay, in order to have a new plant, we always start from seeds, right? When you were in P4 doing life cycle. Yes, got it.
I can't see. Are you sharing something?
Yes, I'm sharing. How many of you cannot see? All can see, is it? Can you see my slides? Dispersal of seeds and germination. Yeah, Siran is doing this. Gordon can't see, is it?
No, wait, let me...
You only see me, is it?
Okay, now I can see,
Okay, I just stopped share. Let me start again. No worries, not a big deal. Okay, I'll start again. Can see now?
Yeah, I can see.
Okay, great. Right, thank you. Okay, give me feedback if you can't see, you can't hear. All right, it's important that I know so I can take action. You don't tell me, I wouldn't know. Okay, let me continue. Okay, so I was talking to you about seeds required, right, for plants to grow again. So reproduction in plants is also about continuity of life. So if you have this apple tree growing many apples for you, so after you eat all the apples, right, let's say you just throw all the seeds into a rubbish bin, and then, the rubbish gets sent to the incinerator and get burnt. And nobody, okay, replanted the seeds. What will happen to the apple tree? It will grow old. Eventually, it's going to die. That's right. Yeah, it will die. And then no more continuation, no more apples for you. Correct? So in order for that to happen, okay, dispersal of seeds will be important. Yeah, it will become extinct, it will die. Very good. Okay, so all these you have to remember. Why disperse the seeds? Okay, some of you will be thinking, then we just plant it, right? We just plant the seeds. It's easy. Or let the apples drop to the ground and then trees will grow again. Do you think that is workable? Can you just leave, the apples so you don't eat all? Okay, you just let the apples drop to the ground and then new plants will grow. Will that be workable? No.
No.
Why? You see, after the fruits and seeds develop, right, they will need to be scattered to grow well. Okay, the keywords. They must be scattered, then they can grow well. If fruits and seeds are not scattered away from the parent plant, the seeds will grow too close to one another. Where's my pen? Okay, here. Right, so if they grow too close together, it's going to lead to overcrowding. What is the meaning of overcrowding? So if I attempt to draw, okay, let's say, oops. Okay. I'm drawing my apple tree. Okay, I always draw a tree like this. And then I will draw grass like that. From young, I always draw it this way. And then I have the apples like this. This is exactly how I drew my apple tree when I was younger. So if I let the apples just fall to the ground, what will happen? They are going to grow into trees, right? Agree? So if I have so many, you see, there are so many seeds in one apple, then I will have many, many trees here. Don't you agree? And what's going to happen? This is going to lead to overcrowding. Too many trees around the parent plant. Oh, too close for comfort already. Oh, no space. I can't breathe, that kind of thing, right? Imagine you have to stand so close to everybody. Like sardine. Do you like it? You want to live like that, in a house so small, then you want 100 people staying there? No. Nobody likes it. It's too cramped. You don't have your space. You don't have enough food. Okay, one loaf of bread, how to share amongst 11 people or 100 people. Yeah. Same thing for plants. If there are too many of them growing together like this in a cluster, okay, yeah, Zihao say in a lift or at a concert, they can enjoy that short moment in a concert. Can they be in a concert forever? Nah, they want to go home, right? So sweaty. Yeah, and everybody's screaming. Okay, same thing for plants. If you have so many plants growing here, so many trees growing here, it leads to overcrowding. And you know what happens when there's overcrowding? Remember, they must be scattered to grow well. So when they are overcrowded, they cannot grow well. Why?
The leaf color and they cannot get sunlight.
Yeah. So sunlight is a problem. So overcrowding leads to problems like fighting for sunlight. Okay? Fighting for
Water.
minerals. All right, the minerals from the ground with the water. So they fight for water also, right? Right not? Okay, so these will lead to all these problems here. So plants do not want to grow so close to each other. And the only way is for the seeds to be scattered. So how? How are we going to help our apple tree? At a loss, right? Okay, I think Akil know the answer. Okay, I'll go on to the next slide.
You can take out the seeds from the apple and then replant it.
Yeah, replant it, but very tedious. Every time you have to manually replant it, that is just one apple tree. We have so many trees, so many types of trees, so many types of plants. Do you think human beings will take the effort to go and grow all of them? Nah, I don't think so.
Don't waste fruits.
So what you can do is, you look at the slide, already you have the answer there. So we are studying now the methods of dispersal of seeds. So how are the seeds being dispersed? Sometimes it's not the seeds being dispersed, it's the whole fruit that is being dispersed. Okay, so let's see the examples later. So there are 4 ways you need to learn. 4 ways. By wind. Okay, so when wind blow, it helps to blow the seeds away. Yeah, that can happen. By water. You know about moving rivers, etc., right? So the water can carry the seed and move it to somewhere else.
By the flow of
Yes.
the,
Yeah, Teja?
by the flow of the water.
Can't hear you. Very muffled.
Is it by the flow of the water?
By the what of the water?
Flow.
Flow. Yes, flow. When the river is flowing, it carries the seed. The seeds are small. Okay, the seeds are small, can be carried easily. Some seeds even float on water. Some fruit even float on water. Can you think of something that floats on water?
Apple.
Apple? Is it apple? I
Coconut.
don't think so. When I put apple into my big container of water, when I want to wash many fruits, right, I put the apple in, it doesn't float. What? Are you sure it floats? No.
Science said that it will float.
So later you see the example, Sam. Yeah, Sam, don't worry. We will come to that. But it's good that you're trying. Now, there is the third one. It's extremely interesting. You'll be watching videos later to see how these seeds are being dispersed. There's another method. We call it explosive action or splitting. Just remember either explosive action or splitting. You know, the most common mistake my students previously made is they say explosion. How can there be explosion and then the seeds get dispersed? No, it's not explosion, it's explosive action. So if you tend to write such that you will make errors, I want you to remember the word splitting. Yeah, Pong Pong is the one that floats on water. Okay, that's right, Zihao. How about coconut? Yeah, coconut, right? Something that many people actually know. You just cannot remember now.
I said coconut.
You did say it? I didn't hear it. Right, next time, if I never respond to you, you can type in the chat box. Because sometimes when two persons turn on the mic together and try to answer, your voices will actually cover each other. So we don't hear a thing. Yeah, so if I don't respond, you can also type in the chat box. Can? Good, coconut, then you are right. Okay, by animals also. How? Very interesting. Later you see what happens when animals help to disperse seeds.
Is it like when they eat that when they eat the apple, the seeds do not get digested and then they come out of the
Yeah, they poop and then it came out. So the poop contains the seeds and then the seeds grow into a new plant. You are right. Okay, that's funny, right? But it's really true. All right. Okay, fruits and seeds dispersed by wind are often dry, hairy, light, or feathery. So they are very light. Okay, they also can have wing-like structure. Yeah. So have you seen something like this before? Yes. How about this? This one is actually not so big. It is magnified, you know. Okay, this is dandelion. You're right. Okay, dandelion. So if you take this dandelion and you start blowing, you see all of them fly away at the same time. Okay, and then the strong wind will carry them, okay, further away from the parent plant. And when the wind starts to get weaker, they will drop to the ground. And if they drop at the correct place, I have to emphasize this, it has to be the correct place. If it's going to drop on top of a building, you think it can grow into a plant? No. If it lands on the car park, you think it can actually grow into a plant? No. Yeah, so it must land on the right place. So it's really a by chance thing. Not all the time they get blown away. For sure, they grow into new plants. No such thing. Can? Yes, Zihao.
Does a hairy cucumber count over here?
Hairy cucumber, I have to look at the structure. Okay, there are too many of this. You know why I have to look at the picture? Because sometimes my students tell me hairy cucumber, for example, but they're not referring to hairy cucumber. They just came up with a name. You understand or not? So I better have the picture and the word together. I don't want to give you the wrong information. In case the hairy cucumber you are thinking of is not the one that should be hairy cucumber.